be the day I installed the transmission. I got it back. Got the rebuild done and looking good. I just gotta finish doing stuff.
These other spots. Let me drop some up in here. I don't want to be too crazy with it. That should be good. Let me rub some off. I'm gonna rub a little bit around here. Alright. There it is. Alright.
I wanted to get this off anyway. Which I should have put that in the the disassemble. Once it's locked on there, on the other end of this, that little clip, you can just reach your finger in there and just pull it loose. And once you get that loose, it'll come off like this. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back on. Simple process. Make sure you don't put the throttle band on backwards. I'm just kidding. You can't really put it on backwards. Do install it. You let it sit over the top of the fork here. And obviously there's only one way to do this. And then line this up with the hole. Once you get that on there, ready? You're just gonna push in and snap on that ball. And you should be good like that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to drop this transmission in. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my clutch alignment tool. So once I kind of get this slid over, probably use a jack or bench it up there. But I'm gonna come back and cut y'all back on once I got all my bolts and stuff lined up here. It's 8 bolts that go in there.
You can add a little grease or grease.
Yeah, so sorry I didn't get the chance to capture any footage of me mounting the transmission onto the engine. But I put the transmission on top of a jack. I jacked it up, aligning it to the engine, and I wiggled the transmission onto the engine. I had all my bolts down there with me. I started the bolts. You're gonna have to go around the whole entire transmission and start the bolts and snug them little by little, drawing the transmission closer to the engine, making sure that your splines are aligned. After that, you can then torque them all down, and that's it.
I'm about to torque these down and just put everything else. This one's 33, small ones. Yeah, got that one done. And alright.
What I do now is put my plate back on. Pull these back off. The dust shield. Just some simple stuff, to be honest with you.
That one's done. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna like torque these down. I'm just gonna kind of tighten them up.
I'm gonna start plugging everything back up. Ground wire. When I go back on the top, I'm just gonna start plugging up all my wires and stuff. What's the one that go here? And this little here solenoid. And the first wire is this one. Like I said, I'm just gonna plug up some wires. You gotta tighten it up, buddy. Alright, so go ahead and get this mount put on. I'm gonna slide this in first. The mount actually is. So I have to mount the bracket on the mount. Now all I gotta do is kind of, you see, you can move the engine back and forth. This will help you kind of line it up. There it is, just fell right down in there. Oh no, wait. No. All of them not lined up. I had to get like a pry bar and kind of pry on this thing a little bit. But I'm gonna deal with this real quick actually. That's it. There it is. So I put my bolts back on. Anyway, I'm about to kind of jack it up, line it up. This thing, I probably should have removed this thing completely out the way. Let me get my bolt here. What you don't want to do is tighten completely this bracket, I mean, in fact, I didn't tighten it at all. It's loose. Just keep it loose, because I'm gonna end up having to probably put like a little pry bar here. Let me set this in here. I should have been did this. There we go. But anyway, once I got it lined up, I was good to go in there. And, make sure that this is right. Make sure that you don't cross thread nothing, and then you win. Alright, anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and install this. I got a little grease on there. I'm going to go ahead and get a bolt started. So I get one of them kind of started. There we go, kind of get it down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and line this up in the hole there. It just needs to shift over just a little bit. Get that second one started there. There you go, and I got it in there.
Take it all the way down. Alright, cool.
Okay, so I don't like tighten that thing down with that. Slave cylinder torque specs? Not sure, y'all. I was just not sure. I try to look it up though. Just don't tighten it too tight, because all that stuff is aluminum. "16 foot-pounds by hand." It's about right there where I got it. Well, you know what? Where I had it was not on. That's 16. But this one here, I think I did this one because I was still tightening that second one. Alright, cool. So okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and install my little Acuity shift bushings. Hey guys, so I have my Acuity shift bushing installation in the description below, and also it should be a tab up here somewhere. Yeah, so if you're actually doing this installation, definitely refer to that video. Yeah, there it is. I don't know if y'all heard it, so let me put these on. Set that right there, and then I'll bolt my thing down. I'm gonna use these new clips, these new Carter pins they gave me. Put on.
Snap one. And I'ma run. Snap two. I'm so slow. There we go. Alright, y'all. That's how to install those juke joints. I'm gonna put my 3 bolts back in the shift level, and there it is.
That's 15. And it says 20 feet. I done already kind of snug them down. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how to put this subframe back up now. Slide this jack on the back side right here. I'm gonna lock this down and jack it up. Basically, that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna need both my hands and this camera off my chest. So I'm gonna cut y'all back on when I come. All right, so I got the subframe up. I haven't tightened it down or torqued it down yet. I'm finna go ahead and hook up my arms, my lower control arms. Go ahead and get that dealt with. Got a screwdriver in here to keep the caliper from rotating. And you see what I mean? So now all I gotta do is just kind of line this back up. If I can line them jokers up on that hole, I'll be straight. I'm trying to just kind of slightly get it to line up as I move it around. Oh, and there it is. It's kind of falling in place, y'all. Look at that. Oh, I'll be dang. I ain't gonna let the jack all the way down, but I'm dang sure finna get some of these bolts, these nuts started. And then I'll turn around and do the other side.
Because this already moves. It rotates because it's the ball joint. And the rest of these, I'm just going to kind of fill in.
Alright, so I know that these things can be a pain to get the tie rod ends back on if you're reusing. I may end up getting some new ones though. Wait, just use a jack, put it underneath the where the tie rod end is, jack it up, put pressure behind it, and then you can now tighten it down. I just put the head on it, so, and the torque. Yeah, I've been there. All right, that's it. Then you put your car key. Drop the car key in right here. And that's it, y'all. So I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Okay, so if by any chance you guys are doing a job where you have to actually replace your rear motor mount with the aftermarket motor mount and you're dropping your subframe, I definitely recommend installing the motor mount before putting the subframe up. And also making sure that you align the aftermarket motor mount up as closely as possible with the OEM one. Right there where the arms are. It actually turns, but you guys will see. Yeah, just install the mount before you even put it up in here, because I got to put the bolt and everything in here. The bolt go from the bottom. But anyway, I'm gonna line this up and get this, and put a little NECs on my boat. And I thought about grabbing some little grip pliers, putting them on there and trying to kind of move this. And as soon as I put it on, it moved. Now I can try to line these back up. There we go. Oh man, perfect, bro. Perfect. I'm gonna come back and torque these. I just tighten them back down. I did have to use a pull handle to break them. So, but the subframe bolts, these four in the corner are 77 foot-pounds. And this little stiffer rod, I believe this one, when I googled it, I think I saw like 36 pounds, between 36 and like 40 or 40 pounds. That's what I see. All right, there it is.
All right, so I done got the transmission up in there. Got everything mounted up. I done already put this axle back in, and all you do is just push it in. But you know, before you get this axle in, you gotta get that. It's a little plate back there that's over the crankshaft position sensor, and you actually got to get this on before you get the plate on.
So here it is right here. Well, you can't put the plate on first. You're gonna have to slide the plate underneath. It's just held by two tins, and right behind it is the crankshaft position sensor. Anyway, but this just slid on. You know, this just slid on. You see it slid on. I can just slide it back in. There you go. So all right. So it's 3 bolts that actually go into the axle. I guess that'd be like a brace. Like some type of brace. Anyway, it's 3 bolts that go in there. 2 of the bolts, they have, look like they got wide dowel pins on them. Well, that's just the way they made. And one of them don't have one. The 2 that's the fattest, they both go on the left side. And that one that's up there, you can barely see it, is this one here. This one here, that's the smaller one. So I mean, however you take them out, just make sure you put them back in the exact same way. All right, y'all, so the only thing left to do on this side now is just kind of put everything back. So anyway, guys, here I ended up dropping a knuckle here, which I would have been better off just removing the whole entire axle. I did fight with it for a little while, more so because of the weight of the knuckle. That thing is heavy. But anyway, I ended up getting it lined up in there. All right, so I ended up getting everything lined up. I went on ahead and had to put that the second knuckle bolt in here because it was hard for me to kind of battle trying to get that straight and push this in. The straighter all this is was the better. So all I have to do is like push it in. Well, the only thing I got to do now is line up the lower control arm. The easiest way to do this is to, like I said, get your screwdriver, wedge it in between where the rotor is, get your jack, put the jack underneath the rotor, and that right there, the only thing, like I said, you don't want the jack to move on you either though. And once the jack start moving, that's when you're gonna have problems. It's gonna slide from under you. And again, don't have your hands, I don't even put your hands up under where all this stuff is. Got the axle in, got all my bolts tightened, everything torqued to spec. Only thing I gotta do now is get down up in here, put this link back up, and then hook this ball joint back up. I mean, excuse me, tie rod in. And that'll be that. Put your 14 on go on there. Put your alley key up in there. This is how you're gonna turn it. It's gonna turn like that. Once you get that on, it'll be straight. Them the last two things I gotta put. I already got my brake lines hooked back up. It ain't much over here. So, yep. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this thing up. Took the bolt that was sitting on the top right there. There was this bolt right here, 17 mil. Gonna put my funnel in here. I'm gonna add my 2 quarts. Since I just had this transmission rebuilt, I'm gonna go with the OEM Honda manual transmission fluid. Say 2 capacity, 2 quarts. So I'm gonna drop these 2 in there.
Okay, there's one. There's 2. Drop that in there. I'm about to get ready to fire this thing up.
Put this stuff back on. Alright, so after that, y'all, you just put your box stuff back on. Air box. Plug everything that needs to be plugged up back, and that's it.
Put that back on here. Battery tray on. Okay. Put the air duct system back on the little box. Get in there. I'm gonna go and finish tightening this down.
Yeah, so I just threw my air box on, my battery, just so I can give the car a start, just to make sure I don't hear any weird noises and everything is, good to go. So I'm gonna get ready to bleed the clutch afterwards. So here's the moment of truth. I'm finna go in here and try to fire this thing up. I still gotta bleed the clutch, so I ain't bled the clutch yet. But I think I got everything back together. So let's check it out. Looking good. Well, there it is. Alright, I got everything together. Well, I got to put the front bumper back on. I had to do some headlight stuff, and I got to put the rest of this stuff off on the top. But you just put that stuff back on in the reverse way you took it off. Which, like I said, it wasn't but like 3 bolts on that side, 3 bolts holding that plate down. And then it was one in the middle that I missed on the disassemble. And put your plastic cowl back on and put your windshield wiper blades back on. That's it. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait, let me put this foot in here. Alright. Let's see what they take. look good, I ain't even gonna lie. Oh yeah. Check one more thing. Make sure the wheels ain't spinning. Alright, so I'm gonna put it in gear, make sure it's got it in first right there. And I'm gonna slowly let off. Fully disengage. Second. Alright, well, everything look good, y'all. So I'm gonna put it on the road and test it out, and that's basically it, y'all. Alright, well, I'm done with that job. So in the description, I'll have the link for the transmission removal, the clutch and flywheel installation, and the Acuity shift bushing installation videos in the links down below. So I really hope this video was helpful, and I always say I hope you guys enjoy your builds. Do enjoy your builds. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. I have more content to put out, and as always, appreciate you guys. I'm out.